Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the video. Welcome back to another day. It is currently 8:19 in the morning, and we have been looking at this trade pretty much all week. It is now Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, so there's a possibility we may be able to take a trade today or tomorrow. So, reason being, this trade went back far. Reason being, let me find some charts. All right. Reason being, the reason why we may be able to take a possibility trade is because we are in phase 2, right? With us being in phase 2, there's such thing as major structure and minor structure, okay? So with that being said, we all know that we are still currently in an impulse to the downside, let us know which way the market wants to go, and now we have some pullback, which is called correction. So we are currently in phase 2 as of right now. But as you look a little closer, you can see there's a possibility that we might be able to get a push back up to the upside, because this is a impulse, some correction, and then possibly a continuation back up to those highs where I was looking for price to come down and I can hop in for sales. So ideally there may be a possibility that we can catch a buy today. I'm not really pressed about it. If we catch it, we don't. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't, because it's minor structure and I really don't like to trade minor structure, because I can hold it, but it's just like easier for me to just hold on to major structure. So right now there's a possibility that we could take buys. So price is at the 6180 level right now. It's currently bouncing off of this level, which makes sense because ideally I was looking to see if she's going to bounce from this 50% level, but now she's at the 6180 level, and now we're going to see if she's going to bounce up or if she's just going to fall and complete the trade altogether, because there's a possibility that the pullback that we were looking for wasn't deep enough, and it just didn't pull back that far. So with that being said, no trade, and this might not have been a trading week. If it plays out today all the way down to TP without going back up again before it hit TP, then that means that we would have missed the trade, and that's fine. This week we didn't make any money. Last week we made 5K. It happens. You have to know that every day is not a trading day. Every week is not a trading week. We follow our rules, we follow our setup, and that's one of the biggest things. You always want to focus on your patience and understanding that every day will not be a trading day, and every week might not be a trading week. You may go a week or 2 weeks without taking a trade, and that's fine, because during that time you should be doing one or two things. Focus on getting better, or focus on enjoying your life and being ready to be fresh with a fresh mind when the markets come back, okay? So that's something you always want to keep in mind when you're trading. If this trade just so happens to fall to TP today, then that's pretty much it for the rest of the week, and Monday is the holiday, so we won't be trading that day either. So maybe we won't be taking a trade till next week, which is perfectly fine. I know what makes me money, so I'm waiting for those things to present themselves, as you should too. Don't just be trying to get into trades just because you see candles moving. Like, just because you see candles moving doesn't mean just hop into a trade. No, you follow your rules and you follow your system, always and forever, okay? So with that being said, if price can find its way over this blue line that I have marked out, I would love to see it possibly break, retest, and then continue to go to the 0.0. Then there's a possibility that I could hop in for a trade and make some money. If I do that, I'll make somewhere with a 0.70. Take this all the way up to TP. I'll make somewhere around like 4K, so 4,500, give or take 4K, and that could be a 4K week and not trade at the end of the week. So that's why I want to say you don't want to focus on money. You want to focus on your setup, because you cannot have made money all week and then one day you make 4K, and that just clears the week for you. And in 2 weeks I would have made 9,000. So you want to keep those things in mind. So never ever focus on money. Always and forever focus on setup. Okay. So with that being said, it's 8:23, which means it's 9:23 over in New York. I will be waiting to see what happens. I'm gonna set an alert at this level. Actually, let's set an alert. We're gonna set an alert right here. If price breaks past, boom, I got an alert. As you can see, the dotted line. So if price break past this, there's a possibility I could take a quick buy, hold it to that equal high, and call it a day. If not, and it just continues to dump, I missed this trade, I probably won't take a trade tomorrow, and that's gonna be the end of the week, period. Because right now she's steady dumping. As we can see right now, she's steady dumping. So there's a possibility that might be over with. It might not be a trade. Cool, nothing wrong with that. You just have to understand that every day is not a trading day. Every week is not a trading week. So I'm not gonna stress about it. I have a line or a signal there. So if it decides to play out between a day or tomorrow, then we'll take it. If not, then no. We'll wait till next week until we see another quality setup, and we can take another quality setup. But like I said, first link in the description below. There's the boot camp. There's a course. The first link is the course. It's 50 bucks. It is worth getting. It's teaching you how to trade ICC like a pro. I have made so much money from ICC, but you have to learn the ins and outs of it. It's 50 bucks, 10 videos. It's also 10 examples of how I trade ICC, and then it's also a beginner ebook and an advanced ebook. So you get a lot, and you just start with that and learn and learn and learn until you can't unsee it anymore, I guess. So right now we are just paying attention and just watching, and I'll let you know as the day goes on. All right, everybody, so it is currently, let's see, it is currently 8:57. So 8:57 in the morning, and exactly what we talked about is starting to play out. So I was looking for a price to probably break and retest the zone. So if price break and retest this, break, retest, and then continue to fly, I can possibly take these short buys and hop in for a short position because I haven't taken a trade all week. And it's a solid position, solid little impulse, correction, and then continuation. So there's a possibility that there might be an opportunity for me to hop into a trade there, but I need to break and retest in order for me to feel comfortable to take a quick buy counter trend trade. So it won't last long. It'll be fairly quick. As you can see, just from here, this blue line over to this orange line is where I could possibly take a trade. But like I said, it would have to break and retest in order for me to do that. So the Wi-Fi up here isn't that great, so I might end up having to go downstairs so I can kind of mark this out for people and send this in the Telegram. So they might want to take this. So there's a possibility. Let's see, longs, I can take it here. So my stop loss will be here, stop loss here, take profit here. So it'll pretty much look something like this. Decent little trade, small, quick, scalpish. Not really my trade. It's a minor structure trade, but it's definitely clean nonetheless, because like I said, I'm still looking for things on the major structure. So there's a possibility I can have a nice little impulse, correction, continuation, correction, continuation, and then a correction, right? No, impulse, correction, continuation, and then things switched around, trends changed. So I have an impulse, correction, and then a continuation to these equal highs, because I have it coming all the way up here to the 6180 or the 70%. So these little ones that you see is minor structure, and then the big ones that you see is major structure. So with that being said, there's a possibility for me to take a trade there, but I have to wait for it to break and retest, meaning what? That is giving me confirmation to know I can hop into the trade or not. If it does not give me a break and retest, I don't touch it. The reason being I don't touch it because it can do this and have me in a bunch of drawdown for no reason. So there's a possibility for me to take a trade there, but yeah, I will keep you updated if I end up hopping into a trade or not, or if it give me my break and retest or not. But like I said, either way it go, it'll probably be very short of a trade, but nonetheless, $4,000 or $3,000 or $2,000 is still good gains, so I'm not complaining either way. Waiting for our break and retest. This is why we wait for break and retest. You can see price is trying to creep over, but not quite breaking and retesting. So let's just look at it in real time. You can see price is trying to break, but not finally breaking over. So she's not just coming over, but she could just be wicking people out, just like she did here in the past. But we're going to wait for a break and retest so we can hop into the trade and ride it to that equal high. But as of right now, nothing has been taken. I am just waiting. I'm going to follow my rules always and forever, no matter what. So because this could be a possible fake out and price just fall back into price and literally have you in drawdown for no reason. So if that's the case, then we don't have to trade, we don't lose no money. But as you can see, it still hasn't broken or retested. It just kind of came over just a little bit and it's kind of peeking through, but it won't like close above and retest or do anything. So we are just waiting until it do something like that. But as of right now, nothing. And as you can see, price kind of fell back in just a little bit. Price kind of fell back in. As you can see, price is falling back in. So this is why we wait and be patient and just wait and just wait and wait and wait. Because there is no rush to make money or lose money. We want to follow the system. We want to follow our game plan. We want to follow our strategies. This is why we wait. This is why we wait. Now it's flowing. So we up 400 bucks. So now we're just waiting. Probably broke out. Tell everybody we in the chat. We in it. So now I can hold it. Go about my day. Cool. So I get a trade update once I get back upstairs. My Wi-Fi is working again. So I'll let y'all know what's going on once we get upstairs. Alright everybody. So just made it back to my station. My internet is working again. Currently floating. What a cool band. So price pushed up pretty nicely out the gate. We waited for the break and retest. You can see she tried to fake us out numerous of times and then she finally just broke. We took it. My friends are in it as well. Currently floating about 1,100 bucks. So she's going to fluctuate and pull back some. So we're just going to let her do her thing. And now up $800. So we're just going to let her do her thing. Kind of fluctuate. But overall, got a cool little entry. Up 800. The most I was up was 1,200. She's pulling back, but she did kind of spike pretty hard. So that's to be intended. So now we're floating about 700-800 bucks. As you can see, price is pulling back down, but like I said, to be expected. It was a sharp push. So yeah, so she's probably going to just fluctuate for a while. It's 12:18, so the market's gonna close for a while. So I'm gonna hold this. It came to this equal high. I thought she would have consolidated this equal high, but she kind of just pulled back from the equal high. So with that being said, as you can see, we're currently still in profit nonetheless. We're looking forward to aim to this equal high per usual, and we're just waiting for her to play and push and do her thing. But she did come to this first equal high nonetheless. She came there first and then pulled back. So we're just trying to see if she's gonna push past and do her thing. So internet is back working. Thank the Lord Jesus Christ. Sometimes, you know, reading is fundamental, because I think the internet been out all week and I just haven't checked it, but now I checked it in 2 seconds and now it's back working. So all right everybody, so I took partial. So I took $500, moved my stop loss into profit, so I'll walk away with $100. So in worst case scenario, I will walk away with $600. No harm to me. It's kind of floating at 435. I want to see if she's gonna continue to push and do her thing, so I could still end up making the whole extra 1,500. But as of right now, I feel good. I'm gonna let her do her thing. I took some money. One way or another, I'll walk away with $600, which is still a good day for me not to have taken the trade all week. So sometimes you have to be strategic with the way you trade as well. So I could just let the whole 1,000 float, but why? I'm moving my stop loss into private. I'm up 470 currently, so I still walk away with $1,000 either way. And then yeah, I'm just do my thing and just run. So she's running. I'm up $500 again. Let her pull back because she's pushed so strong. So she is going to pull back and then probably push some more. So I'm going to do that, and then I keep y'all up to date on what's going on as the trade continues to flow. 512, price is moving up. Like I said, she's gonna pull back and continue to go. So I'll let y'all know. All right, everybody, trade update. It is currently 12:36, and I'm currently floating still about $700. The most I was up after taking partial was about 740 or 800. So I took partial because price pushed up really hard. So that means price is going to do what? Have some kind of impulse, some kind of pullback, and then continuation. So there's a possibility I can just take this, which is the 700 plus my 5 I already took, and they can be about $1,200 a day, $1,300 a day. Remember, I didn't trade any this week, so I walked away with $1,300, and last week I made 5, so that'd be $6,300 in 2 weeks. So I could literally just take the money and run, or I can sit through it and make an extra $1,500, and it'd be $3K on the day. So there's some things I can just kind of discuss myself about, but pretty much I could. But this is the thing I was about to say. So I'm currently up $670. First link in the description below. It is $50 to take the course, and if you would have took this trade with me today, not only would you have made your money back, but you would be in profit as well. You wouldn't have to wait until TP to secure your profit. I told people in my Telegram and my friends to secure profits. So don't feel like just because it didn't hit your TP, you can't secure profits. Literally, I've made just about 6K in the last 2 weeks. And if you would have just bought the $50 course, you probably would have taken the same trades with me as well, and at least made your money back and then some. So stop being scared, invest into yourself. Put both feet in, not one foot out, and just go ahead and do it and lock in and be free like you want to be. So with that being said, like I said, we still floating about 680. It has crossed this threshold, so I'm looking to see if she's gonna retest this and then continue to push up and then hit TP. If not, I'll take a small amount, 500, 400, call it a trade, and make $1,000 today, and I'll probably be done for the rest of the week. Last week I made 5, this week I made 1,000, so that's 6K in 2 weeks. If I just did the exact same thing for the next 2 weeks, that's a 12K month. So don't always feel you got to take all this craziest trades and trade a bunch and do all this wild stuff, because you don't have to do that. I'm telling you, remember, it's just a trade, and remember, always patience and follow the rules of your strategy. So I waited for my thing to play out. I'm currently floating in profit. I waited for my 3 moves to play out. These are minor structure, there's not even major structure. So I look for an impulse to the upside, which is this. I look for some pullback, and then I look for some continuation. That's it. Now she's consolidating, and I'm looking for her to kind of push up to this equal high. I was looking for her to come all the way up here anyway. So why not just take a little bit of her on the way up? So I took a little bit, no harm, no foul, since I didn't take a trade all week. Whatever, and then I can probably catch her sometime next week. If she decides to fall, I catch her on the way back down. It's not, trading is not cookie cutter. It's whatever you want it to be. You don't have to give into rules and regulations that you see on the internet all the time. It's like whatever works for you. So that's what's working for me, and let's just see where we at as far as price. I'm so happy my internet working. I don't understand. So currently floating $750. And she's pushing again, and I would just wait. Like, get the course, $50. You could have been up $700 or somewhat close to this. I already took out, I was up 1,000. I took 50 off I took 500 off the table, and I'm still floating 750. You know what I'm saying? So lock in, tap in, invest in yourself. All right, everybody, so trade update. So it's currently 12:52 right now. I'm currently floating 1,600. No. I'm currently floating 1,100. I already took 5 and secured 5, so I took a partial in the beginning. So remember, you can always take your profits whenever you feel comfortable, but don't feel like you always have to wait for it to hit your TP. Now, you know I'm always tell y'all, follow your rules and follow your system. If you trade ICC and you trade impulse correction continuation, always take your trade on the continuation. Don't feel like you have to take both sides of the trade, meaning you're trying to catch the correction and trying to catch the impulse. Just catch one of them and save yourself the anxiety when you're trading. Mental battle is a real thing when it comes to trading. So right now I'm just floating. I might go ahead and take profits a little early and call it a day. I mean, I could walk away with a $1,600 day and feel good. So I'll probably be closing this pretty soon. I'm up 12, so I'll probably be closing this real soon. And once they kind of get to this low, I'll probably close it. You know what, matter of fact, we're about to close this now. So we about to go ahead and close this now. I'm up 1,000, close, boom. All right, so walked away with 1,500. I'm done for the day. I'm probably not gonna trade tomorrow, and then Monday is a holiday. So last 2 weeks I've taken 4 trades. I've made 1,600 in 2 weeks doing 4 trades. First link in the description below. Get the course, I'm telling y'all. So I'm on the phone with my friends right now. They took the trade with me as well. Y'all can't hear them because I don't got my headphones in, but everybody took it. Adriana took it as well. So everybody did good today. Everybody ate off this gold play, and that was the only play that we seen all week. Cool, no harm, no foul. Every day won't be a trading day. Every week won't be a trading week. You just have to follow your system. When it feels good and it looks good, you can take it, call it a day. I'm about to set up chat, let them know that I'm about to get out, or let them know I'm out so they can take profit as well, and it's gonna be a good day for them too. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, and remember, it's just a trade, and always be patient.